Hello and welcome. Yig here. Today we are looking at Gods versus Horrors. This is a roguelite deck builder that came out fairly recently. Developer asked me if I wanted to take a look at it, and for some reason I didn't get time at that time. But now I'm taking a look at it, and it's pretty fun, so we're showing it off here. Alright, it's a deck builder. So if you like the gameplay you see here, there'll be a link to the Steam page in the description. If you want to help the channel grow, subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff. Alright, jumping in. You have actually a number of pantheons. Let me show you that real quick. Horrors, relics, blessings. Horrors are the enemies. Gods are the different pantheons, and there are lots of them, which is very cool. Relics that you can collect for your things, and as you go up in levels, you unlock more stuff. And that's basically your meta progression in here. We're going to jump in here. We're going to jump in here and take the first guy on easy because, woo, kicking my booty. I have to get more used to it. And I'll show you why that is a thing as we go along. So yeah, we'll start with this boss. Plus that also means you don't get too much spoilers. Now, if you notice available mythologies here, we are not going to have, we have up to 5 mythologies in a run. So we know this one's not going to show up and all of these will. Now, the game is a lot about your synergies within mythologies and sometimes breaking synergies. But we're going to do Japanese because I find that there's a pretty easy build here. And you can do it fairly easy from the very beginning. So, hey, this is the person we needed too. And this guy, look at us, we're already halfway there. This is tempting because you can put it on somebody else, but we will re-roll for our next one. This Dryad, by the way, is almost always good as a choice because you will upgrade your cards. So, I don't know what religion that one is though. Or if it's, I haven't figured out all of them. I haven't figured out what one this is, or if this is like just sort of your generic non-religion religion. So we are the pantheon of gods, and we are fighting cosmic horrors. All right, we got that. When you get 3, we can actually put them together, which is very nice. This is Chinese pantheon. We have the Japanese pantheon, Norse. All right. Well, we're gonna be a little bit behind there, so. Ooh. Oh no. We can't afford hearse, but we can do that. We can lock, and that's what this freeze is. So let's go ahead and see if we can't pull. We couldn't get anything else. We're at double speed on the combat because the combat in its initial, when they show it to you, is kind of a little bit short. Now these guys are interesting because they grow with spirit power. Boink. Now these, okay. When you upgrade a card, you get a card from that tier, it appears, if I remember correctly. And it gives you a bonus stat. So sometimes stats like this are during combat. Sometimes they'll be out of combat. So we'll grab this for a moment. I'm just going to... We can even leave it up here for now. We don't really need it at the moment. We're going to tier up our devotion so that we start getting more tier 2s. That'll get us out of these tier 1s pretty fast. But like I was saying, this is +3 spiritual power. That means these guys are going to add 3 each. And then when they get upgraded, they start adding even more than that. And it does get very, very cool in the synergy area. And having things actually happen. We may take a second one of this. This is a really good one. You can do it anytime. Because you can kind of sell them off too. He's going to cost us 3 energy. So if we wanted to buff somebody and we had plenty of energy and we already had a good roster down here, we might buy somebody like this who just gives us an automatic upgrade to one of our guys. We're going to put you on ice because we may end up going with 2 of those. Just to power these guys up real good. See, they're already at 7 and 8 on this. So they can already like basically take out most of the field by themselves, which is great for us. Now, here's one that I think is really good, and he builds out okay by himself. Okay, first let's take this, and we'll go ahead and do that. Now, when we recruit him, he's going to give us a bunch of things, and we're going to do 2 of these guys, and we're going to give them both to the same guy. And as you can see, since it's based off spiritual power, suddenly he's really big. Because he just gave him +2 for each spiritual power. We had this that gave us spiritual power of +2. And we have currently these 2, which are growing that. And as you can see, when he gets in the next combat, he's going to get even more powerful. We'll combine him into him. That way we... that way we keep our stats. All right, let's re-roll, see if there's anything. Oh, look. All right, let's put that on ice. We may take Hermes. Hermes is a really good card if you have ways to pump his stats up. And there are plenty of ways to pump people's stats up in this. So it actually works really well. Yeah, look at that. We're just crunching through that guy at this point. All right, so we take that. Now he's going to ask for the same thing, and we're going to go ahead and put it on the same guy. Let's see. How... trigger target's ability hurt, gain 2. I think if we do this, because we do have enough spiritual power, so if we do that, and then we put it on him, he's going to now ignore the first hit of every... See how you can see how, like, his stats are really bad, 4 and 6? Compared to those, these are other tier 1s in here. When you start seeing the stats that we get as we tier guys up, you'll realize that these guys are kind of made to be throwaways. And it may not be my favorite thing to say, but it's true. They're kind of throwaways. So, I don't think... Okay, we'll freeze that. All right, let's go ahead and... He's not going to do a lot. He's going to do some. Let's go ahead and do that. I had one where it says recruited. I had a game earlier when I was testing this out where I got a artifact that basically re-triggered all my recruited abilities at the beginning of the recruitment phase, this phase, every time. Oh my god, it was crazy. Like, look, that team just plowed through everything. We're all the way up to 8. All right, let's see. He gets stronger the more an ally attacks, but he doesn't necessarily help you to be stronger. And that's one of those things, like this recruitment hit does one. This, if you use him very early, kind of is okay. But this one kind of loses its steam a little bit later, so to speak. Let's see. Whirlwind. No. This one's actually pretty good because it will give all of your guys. And like I said, remember, you have a bunch of cards like these guys. This guy's one of them, where their stats aren't going to get too high. So they're never going to really want that. You don't really want them in your thing here. So when you do that, you kind of get rid of them once you got people to fill those spaces with better stuff. And this is one of those really good because it's going to power up everybody. And we'll go ahead and do that. As you can see, everybody just got... It even buffs these cards, which I found kind of funny. That was the first time I noticed that. I was like, oh, I'm not sure that should be. Yeah, Amaterasu, we're going to freeze her. I mean, not literally, because that would be very uncomfortable. All right, let's see. Oh, we might grab him. He can really help out. Yeah, we will. Okay, so we'll freeze those two, because he's just going to... Tier 1s being recruited at a higher level is fine. He just happens to have our highest number for damage right now. But we are about to change that. This guy's just crushing everything right now. And that shield, by the way, really, 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 really helps with the last guy. Like crazy so. Okay, so we're going to bring in Apollo. We're going to get Amaterasu, and she's going to come over here and give you more. Then we're going to take you. Go ahead, get out of here. Go ahead, put you in here. We're keeping these for the moment. We need one more of these. We could use it. We could give... We don't have anybody who's actually taunting yet. This is part of our dilemma here. All right, I really kind of want both of these people. Okay, so let's freeze him. We'll give one more reroll. Okay, now I was gonna say if we don't get anybody, it's not a big deal. The reason we're doing that is we can choose which one of these we want to do, and I think we take him. And then we'll give that to this guy because he's going to need a little help. And you can see, like, for all of our spirit power, that's huge chunks of buffs that we're giving out there. And then when you're done with these guys, you can just sell them. You're not hurt by it at all. Ignoring that first hit is so nice. Oh, we had one person commit suicide through that. And that's because they just have low stats again. Like, there's not much you can do about that. But what we can do is give this guy a shield as well. Now, I'm going to get rid of you. Do we have somebody who can replace him effectively? Or ineffectively? He's really not that great for this role that he is currently serving. All right, let's see here. We could do this. I think we're going to go for that extra reroll. All right, so Anytime it says permanent, I'm happy. Permanent is good. Okay, let's drop this down here. Let's get you up there, because that should crank you up. Yeah, I'll get you up there a little bit more. And then we'll just save this bank till next turn. We may just upgrade next turn. Oh, we're like, oh, the boss. We're at the boss. Okay, maybe casual was a little too light in the difficulty level at that time. We had really good synergy going on, so we kind of got lucky. Oh, 99 out of 100. Oh, heck, we're going to have to play another one just because of that. All right, yeah, that was casual 1. That was the best casual 1 game I've had so far, too, by the way. Let's go into Azathoth. We don't have casual mode for him. I'm confused. But I beat you. How did I unlock this without beating him? Because I thought you had to beat him in a order. I beat you, but you're saying I did not. Oh, because I was on casual. Oh, we got to be on ladder to make actual progress? That's weird. I feel like our casual progress should be able to... Yeah, okay. So the ladder does work different. Instead of being able to choose from whatever you want, you have a selection of relics. And again, you have your who's available, who's not. Yorba is available. Yorba and Hindu are... in the cards are actually a little hard for me to tell the difference from. It feels a little awkward to say. In a recruitment gain 1 random tier 1 god if you have 1 less essence. Yeah, that would be good for selling. And maybe we could make use of that. Start of recruitment gain 1 divine essence. Chinese in the Pantheon. Extra spell triggers +1. That should be good. Okay, let's try... That's a tier 1. Okay, let's try the Yorba. Okay, well, we did not get a Yorba up here. We did get a guy with taunt, which is good. We got the Dryad, which we could use. And this guy's just not going to help us at all because we have 0 essence, so he's going to get no buff. So what he would be doing is giving us a space where we can say, okay, this is Hindi. These are both Chinese. Let's see if we can get a Yorba. You're Yorba. So let's freeze you. And that'll be it. Okay, now we'll go. We should be okay. Yeah, random tier 1 god. Just popping out of existence. I wonder if it always shows up in that spot. Okay, we got our Yorba guy here. This guy, I do like him though. He's so good. Okay, let's do that. Let's get tier 2s on here. Death, summon the god behind it. Oh, so what that means, by the way, is if he's in this position and he dies, the person in this position moves up into there. Okay, we'll take Hermes. We don't really have anybody to do damage with, so we don't. No, we're at 0. I forgot. All right, let's see if it puts it in the first open spot. That's what I'm hoping it'll do. Not holding my breath. Okay, so I don't think it did. Okay, get 2 random gods, get 3 divine essence. Your army, start of combat, give your army +1/+1. It doesn't say permanent though. We'll try it anyway. Okay, Snow Heated, he generated this spirit, which we only need 2 copies of. But it's really bad. It does not get very good. So yeah, we're just gonna get rid of that. Okay, you're a Yorba. Start of combat, support. Give your army. Okay, when it says support, I believe that means... We'll try it, though. Okay, let's see. He's Yorba, so... He's got the synergy. Although our synergy doesn't really do anything specific for us as a Yorba, which is a little strange. This guy's pretty good if you're doing a Hindi thing. I really like any of that. Hindi... Japanese. That one's really good. But like when you get it in there. Okay, there we go. We're gonna lock Hermes down. We could eventually get that guy. All right, let's see if there's okay. And Demeter, because really Demeter starts building up attack, and sometimes at some point you get if you're lucky, you'll get an ability that allows you to add taunt to Demeter, and by the time you can generally add it to her, she just crushes everything. Because she doesn't need a whole lot of like attack. She'll just tank everything, so you never have to look at any of it. All right, let's go ahead and buy those 2. I do want to upgrade next turn though, so let's see if we get anybody here. Oh, you know what? We could because if we upgrade it, then we can do that, and it won't cost. It'll cost us 3, but it's going to lower this by quite a bit. I'm sure. Okay, I'm positive that's... Totally positive that's how it's going to work. Very, extremely positive. I'm sure. Okay. Let's see. I don't think he's very good. So we're going to keep him down here, and we're going to put Demeter in, because then Demeter's going to start building tankiness. There we go. Now he's... Oh, hey. Why did... Oh. What? Oh, does this... What? I'm confused. Oh. Oh. The thing generated that. Oh, man, my brain. The thing generated him, and that was why our guy, like, popped in. I'm like, what? Huh? For a second there, it looked like the other guy. Okay, what 2 for each god on the bench. Oh, yeah, so he's getting buffed up by these guys. All right, let's go here. Okay, so what do we got here? I think you're, at the end of recruitment, if he's in the bench, get +4/+4. Oh, that'll be good. That'll be real good. Yeah, see, that's just so bad. Okay, so we can raise that now. We're up to 3. It costs 9 now. But because it only does it on recruited. Okay, so out of here. Ooh, I think we take... We do eventually want a second Demeter here. I think we take... We don't have any spiritual power, so it's only going to get 2, so that one doesn't feel quite worth it. Spent all your essence? Nope. We could do Apollo. Apollo is good because he gives permanent attack. Okay, let's do Apollo for the final of you. Okay, we can actually work with this right here. This is good. Not so much that. Okay, let's get her in down here. There we go. We'll just exchange you with Hermes. So start of combat, give +1 to your army. I don't think he's gonna last very long. I think the combined buff is probably gonna end up being like 4 or 5, and I don't think that's gonna be enough to really carry him all the way through to the end of the thing here. By the way, one of the nice things, give target god cleave. Oh, that's nice. Give stats equal to devotion tier. Target god first strike. That's actually super nice too. But I think we're gonna go ahead and give cleave to... I think we give it to the Triad. All right. We don't need you, so we can sell you. All right, let's go ahead and put that one together. That's Aphrodite. When it dies, summon an infatuated. They're all gonna pay the same, so that's kind of what we're judging by at this point. Like, how much is this going to give us in magic dust? Answer: a little bit. All right, so what we can do is drop him out, put him in. No. Yeah, because we'll get her. No, because we're gonna. Yeah, we'll do it this way. I think that's the way. Yeah. All right, Hindu. Okay, we don't really need to save anything on that one, so we should be okay there. Everybody's okay. We go ahead and hit. Oh, that's kind of nice. That's just an extra buff for this guy, because this guy, if he's in the bench, which is where he lives, you get. I think you get like +9 on his like 3rd upgrade. So like, yeah, he should just stay there and live there forever and ever and ever. Yeah, see, he's too small to actually be... His damage doesn't scale high enough. That's what I'm saying. Tier 1 gets recruited with better stuff. We could recruit the Eagle one more time. Okay, if we do that, then we would want to go with... We don't have anybody who's a heavy hitter. That's going to be... We're going to run into a problem on that. I'm fairly soon, I would be worried about. Okay. No, wrong one. There's a different one of these that we really want. Okay, we gotta sell some people here. Okay. All right, Bird, you're gone. You're gone. Let's go ahead and drag you over here. We'll get you. And we'll grab you. I'm full, and that's not a great thing. And I forgot to buy that thing. Okay, well, there we go. Okay. So we'll lock that in. And we aren't worried about that one. But we can also lock in that. Okay, perfecto. End of recruitment, give gods on the bench. Okay, yeah, that's good. Okay, there we go. Let's see how we do this one. Yeah, we haven't got any real heavy hitters. We do have a good amount of synergies, but we don't have any heavy hitters. We've just really kind of not achieved anything in that category. All right. You go. Okay, there we go. That works. So then we can take him. And now that one's done. Unrecruited. Okay, so she just gave him more stats. That'll work. I can live with that. I can be very happy there. All right, now go ahead and do that again. She just added something to him. That works. End of recruitment. Give +1/+1 to everybody in the bench. She doesn't have to be up there to do this. He's still gaining stats. So our only problem is we have a hole in the bench here. And I want him down here for just a little bit more to gain some stats because we do not have anybody even vaguely doing any sort of... Okay, so we don't have any spirit power, so we can get rid of him. That's going to give us 3. Okay, we'll do that. And that should... Okay, so we do have the one eensy-meensy problem, but we can fill that problem with that. There we go. He's going to be our big hitter. He's passing 6 points on to him for the moment. Okay, I think we're gonna be okay. Get a basic copy of the first god dies each turn. That's just gonna fill my inventory. I don't need that. Pantheon only contains mythologicals and neutrals. Select upgrade target god. Okay, so if we're gonna upgrade a target god, let's upgrade him. Oh wow. Well, that did give him a substantial amount of extra stats. So we're just a couple away though, so we're still okay. I would have loved to have gotten a complete on him earlier, because then we would have had some really good stacking stats, and that would have been fantastico. But we did not. Alright. We'll do that. Refresh, see if there's anybody that we want in there. There it is. There's that. That'll help us out a little bit in the long run, even if it's not doing it now. He's upgraded, so I don't know if I can still upgrade him off this. That's interesting, though, because I haven't upgraded anybody fully. We've only got, like, level 2 out of... Oh, no, like him. Ooh. That was close. And not in a good way at all. That was real close. Real close. Give all guys +1 attack. That'll work there. Okay, we do have a little space now. What do we got? Start of recruitment. We're not going to worry about that one. We could sell somebody and do this. So is this... I don't think this counts as fully upgraded, because look, if you look at the outside of this one, it's shining, and the outside of this one is shining, and those are the two that I had upgraded earlier. So I think... okay, let's grab you. And then we will grab nuns of you. Nuns, I say. There's one of those spirits that I keep really hoping we'll see. We don't have any Hindu, unfortunately. Did we get anything that we like? We really did not get anything. We did not get anything we're going to be worried about. Okay, well, we got that to sell. Yeah, I need to get one more Hermes so we can see if we can upgrade that card, or if that upgrade counts as the whole upgrade. That's my question, because I haven't had one of those before. So, if it seems like I'm kind of like, that's why. Because this is an interesting question. Is that a fully upgraded Hermes because of that? Or is it like these, where you see kind of the shape on them? There's a little flame on the outside. Can't tell. At least, well, I can't tell. Are you my guy? No. No. Nothing. Okay. Now, do we take him out and put him in this place? I think we do. I think he's grown. Well, no, he's got... No. He's got one more turn that he could have grown, but I think we're think we're doing the right thing here. Okay, we got lots of defense so that they can live. Now, I believe we are either on the boss or next to the boss. Either way, boss about to happen. Okay, let's grab Hermes here. Okay, so I am 100% sure that does not work then. Okay, you... So that's fully upgraded. That works. That's actually a good thing to know. All right, what do you give? Allies +1 defense. Adjacent allies. Okay. That's one of the cards that I was looking for. I was really hoping to get. Is it has an adjacent allies gain a tier 1 god. That doesn't really help us. We could spend on him just to add a little bit to Hermes here. He's not going to do much because of the spiritual power angle, but something. Okay, so does that count for you? Let's find out. Inquire. Yes, it does. It counts for you as well. So that works. And that gives us one more reroll. All right, let's lock you in. And man, I got to get some. Okay, let's get you in there because this is. These two are infinitely better than this guy already. And they're not even full. This guy was bad news. This guy's... What is his stat getting up to? Because I think we only have 3. So he's only adding like 9 to it. Yeah. Oh, I don't think we're going to make that 260 on this one. No, we didn't get anybody who really pumped up our damage. That's okay, though. I mean, we beat stuff before. Hey. Wait, oh, what's that? Discover... Nice. 4 options would be real nice. Because that'll make it easier for you to, like, tune your run. Yeah, that's not too bad. Yeah, like I said, I started playing it, and I think I initially passed on it because it looked a little too simple, but it actually turns out to have a lot of complexity. I had a run, just like you just saw here, where I could tune towards one Pantheon. I actually had a run where I had a number of artifacts and things, and cards that worked around having a bunch of Pantheons, and they were doing some crazy good stuff. So there's a lot of different builds you could do in here too, which has been some of the most fun for it. And I mean, I'm glad I refound this game because, you know, I ended up putting like 4 or 5 hours of gameplay into it already, and I'm not tired of it. I'm still going, hey, yeah, this is a fun game. I'm going to keep playing. So first I'm going to render this video and upload it to YouTube. Then I'm going to keep playing. So thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed this, I hope you come back for the next one. As always, as I said before, there'll be a link to the same page in the description if you want to get this yourself. And as always, I hope you have a great day.